Contrary to popular belief, Christmas is coming up, so we gotta do a Christmas song. Jingle Bell Rock for the man who read my mind, Brett Bellinger. And for you. But hold on, I made you a tab. This is a lot of chords, one might say a pile of chords. You can go get it. It is 100% free, no strings attached. Go to my website, RyanLStudios.com. Show notes, but the title, of course, is in super secret backwards code, so no ne'er-do-wells can horn in on our super secret information. What is the opposite of Christmas? A lovely day when we spend time with our loved ones exchanging gifts. Tax day. You're looking for tax day. Even though we're doing the chords to this song so that you and said loved ones can sing along heartily, we gotta do the iconic intro so everybody has a heads up about what's going on. Grab the baby E string 14th fret and the B string 15th fret. Give those two strings some strums. Then they both become 14. Back to where you started for just one strum. Reach for baby E 17 with your pinky finger. Then your pointer finger is going to migrate to G14, awfully ergonomic. You're going to now strum the B and G strings. Move that little shape up 2 frets to 16, 17, counting. Give it a bend. Give it a regular. Back down to 14, 15. Then we want 12, 12 on the B and G strings. You're going to have to make a leap of faith, but it's good that you're landing with one finger if you like. And then we're going to end up on B10, G11. Nice and slow. Here we go. Or you can do either, but not both. The E string, 5, 3, 2, open. I think that's funnier. The D and the G strings, 7 on the D string, 6 on the G string. I would recommend you use rings, finger and middle. Fingers ring and middle. Give it a strum and slide down 2 frets. Because the next one we're going to have D4 and G2. So now it's kind of less of an ordeal to switch to the right shape. And the last one is D2, G open. 7, 6, down to 5, 4, 4, 2, 2 open. Your choice. Let the onslaught, the smorgasbord of chords, the smorgascords begin. We're going to start with a regular old D chord before we switch to D major 7, which is 2, 2, 2 on G, B, and E. Then D6, which has an open B string. So G2, E2, and open B string. Back to regular old D. Then we're going to play regular old D again. And this is exciting. D sharp diminished 7, which sounds more complicated than it is. D1. Notice the fingers. Pointer finger on D1. Ring finger on G2. Middle finger on B1. Doesn't sound like much yet. Middle finger on B1. And pinky finger on E2. In context, it'll work. E minor and A. For all of these A's, you can play A7 if you want. I'm going to play A. You can play A7. It doesn't matter. Here's that whole first line. Ready? For context. Second line. E minor A. E minor A. E minor A. It's the first half of the verse. The second half of the verse is almost exactly the same. It's only different in that very last chunk. D, D major 7, D6, D, D, D sharp diminished 7, E minor A, E minor A, E minor A. Here it comes. E minor A, D. Into the next part. What a bright time. Starts with G. Then, remember that D sharp diminished 7 shape that you're now so good at? We're going to take that same shape and we're going to move it up to frets 3 and 4 for G sharp diminished 7. And if you want to, thumb guys, you're going to put your thumb on the E string 4th fret. I think that's worth it. Otherwise, the spectrum, so to speak, of this chord stays too high with this high G sharp note. D. D7, you choose A. That's that. Giddy up, jingle horse, pick up your feet starts the same as the beginning of the verse. D, D major 7, D6, D, but then D around the B7, my favorite open chord. Middle finger on A2, pointer finger on D1, ring finger on G2, and pinky finger on E2. I love this part of the chord progression because it's essentially D to B, which if you put the in-between chords in it, it becomes, which I just love. Here we go. D, D7, D6, D, D around the block. Here we go. G, I'm going to play G as the bar chord because the next one is G minor. And then E minor, that's the A, D. And now you know everything there is to know. It goes through the song again, and the only difference is at the very end when we went E minor, A, D, for that's the Jingle Bell Rock, it does the E minor A 3 times instead of just once. That's the Jingle Bell, that's the Jingle Bell, that's the Jingle Bell Rock. And that's it. Thank you so much for being here. I hope that was festive and helpful, and I will see you tomorrow with the Schmlay Through. Goodbye.